EverQuest to me was more than just a game. EverQuest was a fundamental stepping stone for my own literacy as a kid, as well as an outlet to bond with my dad. Looking at the title of the video, as well as perhaps your own knowledge of the MMO genre, you may be wondering how it could have that effect on someone. In today's video, I want to talk about how EverQuest positively impacted my early childhood and adolescence, as well as how the game was structured to accomplish these goals. First off, what is EverQuest? EverQuest is an MMORPG, otherwise known as a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, with elements of fantasy and progression through working with other players. EverQuest released on March 16th of 1999, making it one of the oldest 3D MMOs besides games like Ultima Online. The game itself was vast with countless zones and obscure areas to explore and find yourself lost in. If you're aware of the different periods of EverQuest's lifespan, I will be talking about the Project 1999 era mostly, which is an emulated server that recreates the EQ experience near the game's formative years. Think of it like WoW Classic if you're aware of that. I also will dabble into what EverQuest is like now during its live era. Teamwork was the aspect of EverQuest that made it unique from other games. The principal idea was, you would create a character, load it into your home city, and you would pretty much be on your own from there. As you would explore your city, make it to the outskirts, perhaps kill a few rats, you would see another player doing the same a little ways away. Suspecting that you could probably kill rats twice as fast as a team of two, you send a tell to this player asking to group up. You get a reply, sure, and get an invite. You look at the time. It's been 2 hours since you grouped up and you're still killing rats. How could you do something so monotonous for so long? Is this fun? You scroll through the text chat and see that you've gotten to know each other. Perhaps they're a single father of two and had some free time to spare in the evening. Perhaps they're a veteran, a mother, a student. Likewise, you just connected with someone by killing 8-bit rats for 2 hours and reaching level 3 together. The thing about EverQuest is not that it has a glamorous combat, intuitive systems, or hell, even many quests, but it reinforces the fact that you're in a world with other people that are better off working together than apart. I started playing EverQuest at a really young age. See, my dad started playing in the year 2000, a year before I was born, meaning that EverQuest itself is older than I am. I remember watching my dad play for hours, and I also remember creating a character of my own. Well, I made many characters. My dad would twink them, which means that he would go to a high level area, kill raid mobs, and give the weapons and armor that dropped to my lower level characters. All in all, enhancing their power, making it easier to kill things quicker. Keep in mind that this was in EQ Live, not Project 1999, where it would probably be a little more difficult to get that kind of stuff. I've always looked up to my dad, and having a platform where we could both participate equally was really cool as a kid. It may sound sad on paper, but a lot of the formative experiences I shared with my dad in my childhood were through EverQuest, and I look back on those memories fondly. We would both be in the same room, I would be on his laptop, and he would be on his desktop, and we would both be playing EverQuest together while random shows would play on TV. Usually when people reminisce about a video game, they often think about the experiences they had within the game itself, rather than where they were in real life. When I think back on the nostalgic times I've had in EverQuest, of course I think about the real players I've encountered and the zones I've explored, but I also think about hanging out with my dad, joking around, eating pizza rolls, and playing EverQuest. Other than simply an entertaining outlet, EverQuest also built my literary skills as a kid. To preface, there was a lot of writing in EverQuest and a lot of text to read. Many NPCs, or non-player computers, would offer a lot of dialogue for you to infer upon and respond with key phrases that would trigger the next quest response. Let me give an example, or else it would probably be very difficult to envision. You as a player run up to a gnome NPC on an island. You go up and press H, which makes you say hail, or hello, and the gnome responds with, "Greetings, player name. I am Rikus, chronicler of knowledge. I have journeyed all throughout the lands of Norath, and I have learned many tales of adventure from people I have encountered during my travels. I have learned of legends known and unknown to most mortals. Are you in search of knowledge?" In order to get the next piece of dialogue, you have to use the text to reply. You can't just click an arrow to the next section. Let's try, "I am in search of knowledge." So you go ahead and type that. The gnome says, "A small task is needed if you wish to learn more. Do you wish to learn the tale of Magikot?" As you can see, there are a lot of intricacies and conditional inferences that need to be made in order to accomplish quests in this game. As a kid, it was definitely daunting trying to do quests, but I feel like I gained a lot of knowledge through extensive vocabulary, interacting with other players, and simply learning how to effectively type with a keyboard. There was no voice chat integrated with EverQuest. Everything was typed out. I remember learning what LOL means through EverQuest. A guy I was grouped with kept adding LOL to the end of all of his phrases, and I was just so confused. I remember vividly asking him, "What does LOL mean?" And he replied with, "laugh out loud," or something like that. I never saw that player again, but I thank him for teaching me the most commonly used acronym in all of society. There is so much more that I can say about EverQuest. It was my first love in terms of multiplayer video games, but it's difficult to play now. To me, EverQuest represents a portion of my childhood and all of the memories that are associated with that time. As a 20-year-old, playing EverQuest now feels like I'm going into my childhood home that has a different family living in it. It doesn't feel the same, but that doesn't necessarily mean the game has changed for the worst. It's just that my own experiences within it have been defined and fulfilled. I'm not afraid to say that I love EverQuest, and I love the memories I've gained from playing it. If you're still watching, thank you. If you enjoyed the video, leaving a like or even subscribing would be super helpful to me and the channel. I will be making more video essays in the future regarding video games, movies, and whatever else I feel like doing. Take care, everyone.